Hansen. Count it. Big hammer three. Melody Lalai. The exclamation point for Boise State.
Revenge is a dish best served cold, and the weather couldn't be better for it here in the Treasure Valley of Idaho as the UC Davis Aggies come to face the Boise State Broncos in ExtraMile Arena. Welcome to the office. We're glad that you're with us. I'm Tyler Lundquist. That's Garrett Tunn. Yep. Garrett, when you take a look at these two teams, Boise State comes in with a bad taste in their mouth after dropping last season's matchup to the Aggies.
This is a redemption game for the Boise State Broncos right now. They had a bad start last year, but now they're 5-1 right now and ready and keep rolling after a great stretch down in San Diego, especially with the win over Rutgers.
Yeah, Boise State coming off of a great win against Rutgers, as Garrett just mentioned, but Evan Turner comes into this game having scored 26 a season ago against Boise State. Not only that, her 16 last week against Sacramento State hoisted her above her head coach to make 10th all-time in Aggie scoring.
Evan Turner is a scorer at all levels. She led the Big West Conference in points last year, 15.1. She will be a big reason why UC Davis could win tonight against the Broncos.
And the scorer on the other side of the ball so far, all 6 games have been in double figures for Natalie Pasco, coming off of another great one against Rutgers.
Natalie Pasco is one of the top three-point shooters in the nation, shooting 52% behind the line, 45 from the field, and 100% for the free throw. That's a 40, 50, 90%, which you love in basketball at all times.
That is hard to achieve, and Natalie Pasco is doing it all without breaking a sweat. Boise State has been incredible so far this season, and they're looking to continue their momentum for yet another home win. Looking to go 5-0 in Extra Mile. Tip-offs on the other side. We welcome you back inside Extra Mile Arena as we round out the starting 5 for the Boise State Broncos. There is a new face in the starting 5 for Boise State, and that is Trista Hull. You see her halfway down the 5 there, getting her 5th start of her career and the first of the season. The other 4, you know well, Maya Hansen, Mary Kay Nero, Natalie Pasco, and Abby Muse. On the other side, for UC Davis, they'll go with their point guard, Sydney Burns, who's got almost a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. Tova Sable, Evan Turner, Megan Norris, and Mazatlan Harris. So those 5 for UC Davis. It is really just the 3 scorers in Sable, Turner, and Norris, and then the distributor in Burns. UC Davis is led by a 13th-year head coach in Jennifer Gross. She was the Big West Coach of the Year 5 consecutive seasons from 2017 to 2021. After that 2021 season, she signed the largest and longest contract extension ever given to a UC Davis head coach, 10 years. She will be with the Aggies through 2031. And of course, on the other side of the court, Coach Gordy Presnell, looking for his 200th win in this arena, and what a better opponent to potentially get one. This, a revenge game. The Broncos and the Aggies set to go. Abby Muse, per usual, wins the tip, and Mary Kay Nero will start the offense for the Broncos. Hansen on the right wing gets a ball screen from Muse. Trying to go inside. That is something that Boise State really wants to establish, is that post play. Hull with the dribble handoff to Pasco, and an illegal screen by Trista Hull to start things off.
When you do any of those ball dribbling handoff situations, and especially with the big, you got to learn how to jump stop and plant those feet. Anytime you're moving, the officials are always going to call a moving screen on those plays. So early foul by Hull. See if she could be careful this time around. Yeah,
and over the last couple of seasons, it's really been a point of emphasis for these officials. It's good drive by Sable, but better defense by Hull. And Sable, a frustration foul after the miss. So, Garrett, we were talking about, I just briefly mentioned it, but we talked to the coaching staff before this game. They said the biggest thing against UC Davis is we have to establish the inside because the Aggies have great presence on the interior, and the Broncos are just going to have to prove it.
This is going to be a battle of the bigs right there. You can tell, and it's a nice block right there by Norris, and kept their hands up. But, yeah, it's going to be who's going to win the interior post a lot of times, but also Davis like to shoot a lot of threes. So can they contain Davis at three-point and keep him out of a rhythm like they do offensively a lot?
Norris on the outside, dribble handoff with Sable. Goes over to Burns, gets away right into the hands of Natalie Pasco. Slows it down before running the break, handing it off to Maya Hansen, gets into their set. Mary Kay Nero, quick fire three ball off the backboard, the back rim, and into the hands of the Aggies. Couple relatively sloppy possessions, a turnover, a blocked shot, and then a bad miss from the Broncos. Backdoor look to Harris, kicks it out to Burns. Going 5 out is UC Davis. Great defense by Mary Kay Nero. Gets the block and pushes the tempo the other direction. Kicks it up to Maya Hansen. One dribble pull-up. Offensive rebound, Abby Muse. Misses her first one. Can't get the second. Another offensive board. And finally fouled.
Great defense right there by Mary Kay Nero right there. Kept her hands up on the drive. Was able to get the block shot on there. Then Abby Muse just fighting down there, battling for rebounding. Kept battling right there. I might be a little biased towards Abby Muse because she was a facilities and operations intern during the summer. That's what you do as facilities. You just pick up the trash around the rim, which she did a lot, which helped us a lot.
She is used to doing that on the hardwood as well, and true on the first of two free throws. They said, Abby Muse had a bit of a tough time getting going in the offensive side of things throughout the beginning of this season. Finally had her first double-double in the game against Rutgers, their last one. And in talking to assistant coach Carrie Ann Ramirez, she said, it was all about just staying the course. She knew that Abby knew that it was going to come, and she just had to slow down and do what she does best. Maya Hansen, a steal, and pushing the tempo.
Turner just telegraphed that pass right away to Maya. Easy pickup and good play on the counter attack, able to drive to the basket, get a foul to head to the line right there.
Yeah, that is exactly why Trista Hull is in this lineup. She provides that extra little bit of presence on the inside and just an extremely high motor, constantly attacking the rim. A little interesting, but it says a lot about what Trista Hull has shown in the games that she is in the game. Elodie Lalott is coming off the bench. Last year against UC Davis, she had 22 points.
That's just called depth right there. You can interchange between Hull, Abby, or Lalott right now, and it doesn't matter. You're still getting the same production with the three players right there, which is huge, especially as the season goes down the road, especially when you get the conference play. Depth always will help out.
Boise State in the second half of last year's matchup, in just the second half, shot 19 free throws. They've already shot 4. All of their 3 points coming by way of the charity stripe, a scramble on the floor, and finally a tie-up possession arrow in favor of the Aggies.
Hull right there, just getting a hand in there to cause a little distraction right there. And I love going down, loose ball, diving for it to try to get the jump ball right there.
Trista Hull was battling a bit of a nagging knee injury early in the year and had to miss a couple of games. Back to the corner for Burns, and Burns had some happy feet and traveled.
We talked about earlier today and what Coach Ramirez said, trying to get them out of rhythm offensively. They're doing that right now early on. Now can they keep this up for an entire 40 minutes of a game as well? But as you can tell, the defensive pressure is working right now for the Broncos.
And that is certainly something they wanted to highlight. Pasco's first three is just off, and Abby Muse goes over the top of Norris, and she's called for an over-the-back foul.
Got to be smart on those plays right there. Norris had inside position. Sometimes you just let it go and just get back defensively.
And already the first sub you will see for UC Davis is Sydney Burns going to the bench, their highest assister per game. She's over 7 assists per game. Campbell Gray now 3 in Navy will handle the point for the Aggies. Alyssa Christensen and Elodie Lalott come in for the Broncos and give the two starting posts a bit of a break. Norris trying to spin back, and Lalott with the block.
Quick hands today by the Broncos. That's the third or fourth deflection today in this game.
Here comes Turner, pushing the tempo. He's got numbers. Skip pass. And Sable up at the top. Finds Norris, who certainly can stretch the floor. Turner does the same. Air balls. Mary Kay Narrow going after it. Another possession tie-up. This one towards the Broncos.
Turner did a good play right there, backing off to the three-point line. She saw her girl was trying to go over the top of the screen. She just faded back to get to that corner three. It was a good look right there.
And Narrow was going against 3 different Aggies. Lucky to end up with at least a tie-up. Turner goes to the floor. Hansen battles her off. Looking inside for Lalott. Lalott and Norris are going at it. Turnaround. Little mid-range, no good. Lalott rebound, goes up, gets fouled.
Oh, nice way to be there, Lalott, right there. Just in the right position right there. Get the ball, go up strong.
Yeah, and Lalott is just going to grind down low and always putting in work on the offensive glass.
4 so far in this game to start the first half, and we're not even halfway through the first half right now. So you could tell the boards are going to be huge for the Broncos tonight for a successful win.
Yeah, Boise State was plus 11 in the rebound margin a season ago against UC Davis. They're already up 8-3 as Lalott knocks in the first free throw.
They are plus 11 in rebounds for the season right now, which tells you what the size that the Broncos have can do.
And that's per game.
Yes.
Misses another one, tipped around, finally into the hands of Harris. That's Bria Shine, 41 up at the top of the key with the ball in her hands at the moment. Trying to go in against 2 defenders, kicks back Gray. Gray's corner 3 ball off the front iron, and then a defensive rebound by Alyssa Christensen.
Great play by Maya Hansen right there, coming for the help and closing out to get the tough shot up right there.
Hansen gets a ball screen, denies it. Wants to go at Harris, finally kicks to the corner. Was it tipped? Yes, it was. Stays with the Broncos and 14 on the shot clock.
A lot of times when they go baseline, you should have someone follow them because that would have been a tough last to throw across the court. If someone follows, she could pop and pass back and try to reverse it that way as well.
I love that look. I mean, no one guards that.
No, go back and pass back around. A lot of times defenders are off too.
Well, there's an open corner 3 ball from Hansen. Finally rattles one in. The first field goal of the game for either side comes almost 4.5 minutes into the game.
Great read by Mary Kay right there, sawing that no one was guarding Maya right there on the baseline. Just quick look, ignore what the play they called on the sideline, just get the open look right there.
And that is not the first time as Narrow comes away with the steal. Open layup is good.
Yep.
Pushing the tempo, finally hitting from the field, and Boise State has a 9-0 lead. 5:12 left in the first quarter. Broncos on top. Well, it looks like the game plan has been paying off so far as Boise State's out to a 9-0 lead. But, Garrett, let's look at what both sides need to do.
Yeah, right there. Davis is trying to stay flexible down low. Well, that's not working right now with the defense we're doing. And scoring transition. Well, our defense, we're currently in a press. We'll prevent the transition defense right now. And we establish it inside by controlling the boards right now, 8-5. Things like that. And our guard and their just defense is pressuring them as well, too.
Yeah, no easy buckets for UC Davis so far. They're 0 for 5 from the field, 2 of those coming from beyond the arc. That's Svanholm working inside on the lot, 6'6" from Sweden. Inside, up and no good again. More good defense from the post of Boise State as Bria Shine misses short.
What was successful against the game against Rutgers, they switched between a man-to-man and zone. We just went to a 2-3 zone right now, so don't be surprised the Broncos switch between man-to-man and zone throughout the game today to create some confusion out of the Aggies.
Well, yeah, the biggest thing that Boise State said they wanted to do was don't let the Aggies do what they want to do.
Yep.
I mean, ultimately, that's what defense is. Lalott is working inside for a post-up. Pasco, top of the key, lets one go. Back iron, and the rebound for the Aggies.
Great look right there by Pasco coming out the top of the key.
Hansen able to get over the ball screen into the corner for Epps. Turner spins on Hansen into the painted area, throws one up, traveled before the shot. Boy, I thought for a moment they were going to get Alyssa Christensen on a little dig.
No, I think that was great defense. She just came a little help side there. You could tell as the Aggies are driving, every Bronco is putting a hand in there as they're driving, trying to create a little deflection. And you can tell it's been paying off. It caused a travel right there. Whole hat caused a little deflection on the ground and caused the jump ball. So what they're doing is making them work and try to see if they can get a quick deflection on these drives.
Yeah, constant little bluff and recover inside Lalott. Great play as she rolls it over the front iron.
Bays with the key screen right there to get Lalott right there, get the easy drop step play right there.
Yeah, that was bread and butter against UC Davis a season ago, as they just kept running that little cross-key screen for Lalott, and they opened her up every time. Sable misfires once again.
If it works, you don't. If it doesn't, if you keep doing it, just keep doing it. They can't figure it out.
Bays, left wing three. Got it! Unbelievable to think that Bays was the leading scorer last season and now the third member off the bench for the Broncos. You mentioned it before. That's depth.
Depth, and it never hurts to have a scorer come off the bench, and that's what Danny's going to do. She's going to be that person in the second unit who's going to be the primary scorer off the bench.
Burns circulating. Backdoor to Epps. Still, UC Davis can't find the bottom of the nylon. Hansen out in transition, kicks back, top of the key lot, thought about it for a moment and decided otherwise. Bays inside to Christensen, guarded by Sable, double teamed, kicks out. Hansen, pump fake, drives in, stripped away. Sable comes away with the steal. No numbers. Bays in defense, kicks it over the top to Turner. Turner kicks back. Burns kicks out. Sable finally cashes one in.
That was the first transition play they were talking about. That was Davis key for Davis. That was their first transition play right there.
Yeah, and a constant flow of offense, and they were just attacking the seams that Boise State gave them. That's the first time we've really seen the Aggies in the flow of their offense.
Yep.
Hansen guarded tightly, tried to find Bays on a backdoor cut, ended up with Turner stealing it, but I don't know if she ever had possession before rolling out of bounds.
No, not really. You got to be careful with those backdoor plays right there. I know they try to run a backdoor screen right there, but Turner was there the entire time. You just have to fake it and look to do the next play. Look for the next read after that.
Yeah, and Evan Turner's got a really good, quick first step. Victoria Baker comes in for the Aggies, and Jada Clark for Boise State, as well as Natalie Pasco back on the floor. Bays maybe with an early heat check.
Probably. Never hurts to do a little early one in a game.
Burns calling out the play. Going inside for a posted up Turner. Turner working on Bays. Her little fall away. Ooh, pretty.
That was pretty right there. Bay needs to do a better job causing a little harder entry pass in. Got to make Turner work. Turner is one of the top scorers for the Aggies. Is one of the top scorers in their school history. You got to make her work for those points today.
It's going to be an off-ball foul. And they're going to get Norris. Working a little too hard on the inside, trying to battle with Lalott. First time we'll see Tatum Thompson as she checks in for Alyssa Christensen. So you'll see 4 subs and then the starter and Natalie Pasco. That's the 15th foul on the Aggies, so Lalott will be at the line for 2.
In the bonus right now. We're going a little of a small ball right now with Tatum playing the 4 right now. Looks like we're going to kind of speed it up a little bit.
And Tatum Thompson certainly has the athleticism to play that 4 position. Really could play anything 1 through 4.
She pretty much. She's the person off the bench who can probably guard 1 through 5. You really want to think about it. So it's nice to have someone off the bench who can do that. You know she can switch on all the players, and also has a really good shot too. So don't be surprised she could pop and hit a 3 here and there.
Lalott goes 1 for 2 at the line. Allie Fitzgerald in the paint for UC Davis.
Back to a zone defense as well for the Broncos.
Yeah, constantly going to mix it up.
Yep.
Mostly off of free throws. They'll go into a zone. If not full court, then half court here. Nice little play. Good hands by Lalott and Bays. Ball screen. Bays driving. Floater. Front iron. Rebound Fitzgerald.
She should take one more dribble, then she would have a better shot at that floater. And she kind of short-armed it as well. You got to go full extension on those floaters.
Sable's got another from deep. The leading scorer on this team finally getting going, averaging almost 15.5 points per game. And the Aggies have 3 15-plus point scorers per game. Inside Lalott's double team. Over the top was Baker. Jump ball, possession arrow, UC Davis.
That's their second time they started now. After the media timeout, the Aggies are now doubling the post right now, which means you got to figure out, once you see the post come, you got to find the open person. Quick reversal. If they're coming from behind, maybe a quick back double drop step right there where they're opposite where they're coming from too. So expect some cuts, ball movements quickly by the bigs to find the open people.
Yeah, getting it into the inside post with the expectation of it coming out at least one more time. Fitzgerald turns and faces, looking for Sable. And now you have 2 guarding 1 in the corner. does not phase Harris. Corner 3 ball. Jada Clark with the shot clock turned off. Waiting for 10 seconds to start the offensive set. Gets a screen from Thompson. Great defense by Baker, but ultimately tripped up Jada Clark. Oh, they're going to say that was a trip by Jada Clark.
They're going to say she stuck her foot out on the ball screens. It was a little bit of a late call right there. Yep, she did. She kind of, I know that tendency.
Thompson there.
They got Tatum with taking her leg at the last second right there. They tried to on the ball screen.
Baker goes up against 2 air balls. Thompson, a heave from 3/4 court and almost had it. It looked good from here, I thought.
It was on target.
Danny Bays fires from 3, but UC Davis is starting to get hot too. After 1, the Broncos lead 15-11. And we welcome you back to ExtraMile Arena. Before you came back, there was 1 possession of play, and it was another illegal screen on Tatum Thompson. She'll have a talking to from Coach Sowers on the bench. And after that foul, Abby Muse and Trista Hull will come back into the game for Boise State. Inside to Sable, good hands by Bays to briefly knock it away. Harris from the right wing. Great box out by Pasco.
Hull got the hand up right there to cause the distraction by Harris a little bit, which helped out a lot.
Inside, Hull drop stepping, falling away. Finally goes to Davis. Burns driving, finishing.
It's a 13-1 run right now for the past, the end of the first quarter and the start of the second quarter for the Aggies right now. Broncos need to figure out defensively doing something, slow down the offense, but also for themselves to get under control and get an easy bucket somehow.
And Boise State led 14-0 early in the first. Dribble pull-up by Pasco. Clean.
Hey, Teller, guess what? That was an easy bucket right there.
That was one, finally.
Give it to your top scorer when you need a bucket. That's how you do it right there.
And it is so funny seeing that Natalie Pasco is the leading scorer for this team right now, because every time you watch this team play, it's sneaky that she's into double figures. None of it is really explosive.
Coach Ramirez said, like, she doesn't know when she scored 19 last game. It's like, oh, it was 19 points. That was a quiet 19.
Right. Baker with a pull-up 3 ball. Rims out. Hanson wanted it. Drives. Lefty floater. No. Fitzgerald the rebound. Now Burns wants to continue pushing the pace. Guarded by 2, kicks back Harris. Baker guarded by Hull, mismatch for the Aggies. And we'll just give it back to Burns to reset the offense and go again. Inside the post up for Sable. Sable, fall away. Good defense by Pasco. Known more as a shooter on the offensive side, but certainly maturing as a defender.
Make him work right there. But Pasco, sophomore year, you know you can score, but now you got to pick up defensively, which she did right there, which was great.
Abby Muse got a good lane and then just didn't slow herself down. Trista Hull on the other side of the basket called for another foul.
There's been a theme right now with the Broncos going to the rim or in the post right now. They're very off balance right now. They're not under control. They got to be balanced while doing that. Hull, when she tried to do her drop step, was off balance completely. Abby was a little wild going in. You got to still be under control while being strong to the rim at the same time too.
Yeah, you want to have that quick first step, get past your defender, but then you can pretty much take as much time as you want. You can seal them, keep them on your backside, and then so long as they're behind you, you've got a clear path.
Absolutely. Then use that as to get fouled easily as well too.
Travel called on Bria Shine. And MK Nero finally back into the ballgame after a relatively long stretch on the bench. Finally get it inside. Lalott, great positioning, but misses the bunny. Ends up with Abby Muse, kicks back to Nero. Pasco, long range, bottoms!
Great job right there, Abby, getting the key off the rebound, get the ball out. Pascal coming into her shot on the top of the key for an open 3. You got to love the ball movement right there after an offensive rebound.
Pasco up to 5 points in the game so far. Turner a drive, great move. But once again, missing a layup is UC Davis. They're 5 for 17 from the field. Other side, Hansen almost banked it in, and then Muse took the rebound out of bounds. No, there's a foul on Abby Muse.
They called.
So let's see Abby Muse come through.
Oh.
They called, yeah, that baseline official called a foul on Abby Muse.
It should be on Harris because Abby came down and Harris got pushed from behind. There you go.
Oh, you are right.
Yeah.
Yep, the official pointed in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
And signaled 33, and it was on the blue 33.
Yeah, Abby was a trail big, ran the court, got the rebound, then Harris a little behind with a little extra shove right there.
Narrow goes to Pasco with the safety valve inside Lalott. Lalott, good patience, but throws it right out to Burns. Shine going at Muse. Not entirely sure of the thought process. Narrow pushing tempo. Pasco. And too many steps before putting the ball on the floor.
Never had control of the ball. One thing on that 3-on-2 fast break right there, Pasco was a little close. You got to spread it out a little bit. If she was a little bit wider, I think Mary Kay would have had a better look and probably had a better angle towards the rim. Doesn't matter what level you are in basketball, spacing is always key and right there. And so even on a 3-2, which you always do during practice, space the court out and make them, find more holes that way.
I don't know. I was always a big fan of just running after whoever had the ball. That was my style of basketball. I play like a 6-year-old.
I think that's my nephew's 6-year-old. That's it pretty much.
Another travel on UC Davis. Their 9th turnover of the game already.
Just move that pivot foot right there. Got to settle that down, but we'll take it.
Short corner for Hansen. Trying to go inside to Lalott. They're working on that little cross screen for the post. They finally use it. Go inside. Lalott had it popped away to Hansen at the top. Gets a ball screen. Dribble pull up. Offensive rebound. No, they're going to get Lalott with a push off on Sable underneath.
Right there. I mean, it was a great ball move right there. Great ball screen. Maya came in rhythm with a shot. Hit that 17-footer right there. Just did not fall in. Yeah. Just a little shove right there. It's an easy in. I mean, if you're good boxing out, you can always do a little move forward right there, and they're always going to call it on the person behind.
Since that 13-1 run for UC Davis, they have been scoreless for 3.5 minutes and counting. Stolen away by Pasco. Got a 2-on-1 with Hansen. Pasco goes at Gray. No foul called, but it will stay with the Broncos underneath.
I mean, it was a good take right there by Pasco, but the thing is, you got to go into her, lead with your arms, lead with your body right there. She just went there plainly. I mean, I think it's the right call by the official. No call, all ball right there. Now it needs to go right into her, into Gray right there, and then she probably would have got the foul.
Danny Bays, quick fire from the corner. No good. Offensive rebound, Muse. Kicks back Pasco. Top of the three. You got it.
They ran the exact same out-of-bound plays again, this time with Bays. Didn't miss it, but the thing is, rebounding has been huge for the Broncos right now. Up 8 right now.
An 8-0 run for Boise State. Sable goes over to Turner. Step back. Oh!
You can't guard that play. That was a great shot by Turner, but you cannot guard that play at all.
She's not that about 25 feet in the air.
Yeah, that was a rainbow, but you cannot stop that play.
Bays skips it around. Muse and Narrow looking inside for Lalott. Lalott working real hard on the inside. Got to pair off one of these times. Finally goes inside. Just misses off of Abby Muse. Last touched by her. And that'll draw a timeout on the floor. Broncos, good little run here as they have a 7-point lead. 4:42 left in the half. Broncos on top. Broncos leading 23-16 with just under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Tyler Lundquist and Garrett Tunn with you here on the Mountain West Network. Broncos are pretty much controlling every aspect of the game, but just letting UC Davis stick into it as Turner, her heat check is not close.
I think Turner's getting frustrated right now. She's not getting a lot of the open looks that she's normally getting right now, so you got to give credit to the Broncos defense on this right now.
Into the corner, Bays. Once again inside the Lalott. Kick back Bays. Back to the lot. And tipped away by Gray. Good hands. Ends up with Sable. Sable a 2-on-1. Gray misses the lefty layup, and Abby Muse comes down with another defensive board.
You had great right there, 2-on-1. You got to make that layup right there. I'm sorry. Those are easy ones you cannot give up, especially when both teams are struggling offensively right now.
Inside, Lalott. That's a good bucket.
Great balance, under control on that tire side. She did one power dribble into Savoman right there and was able to go up strong right there. Even though Savoman has the height on her, control and using your body will always go over the height aspect.
Low man always wins.
Oh, yes.
Turner driving. Good bucket.
That's a great take right there. Strong.
And then almost gets the steal as Narrow finally ends up with it.
You can see Turner's trying to create something right now. Her frustration is trying to create plays for herself right now to get the Aggies back in this game.
It looks like she's huffing and puffing, not because of a lack of stamina, but just out of that frustration.
Yeah. Agreed, yeah.
Gray running the offense. Epps a backdoor, goes to Turner. Epps wants to post up. Turner wants a clear out. Another one-on-one. Yep. Evan Turner spins back to the right. Had it knocked away. No foul called.
Great help by Danny right there. So when you see the ice, when she's calling the ISO right here, you can, first off, Danny, with the great, get the hands in there right there. Turner's been going to call probably a few more ISOs now because she's trying to get the team back in the game. So that means you need to be on the help side, ready to go. And if she does pass the ball, recover to get the shot up right there. But I feel like she's going to try to go and score most of the time right now.
Turner with a back cut, fouled by Narrow. And that'll be just the fourth personal. So UC fourth team foul of this quarter.
Thing is, Turner's going to get her points. The biggest thing that anyone who's guarding, she's going to do, make her work for them. She's going to get them, just make her work, make them tough shots. She'll make them a lot of times, too. Moving screen.
Illegal screen, yeah, on Fitzgerald, going the other direction.
Got to stay settled before moving, and a great job by the Broncos right there to get another turnover.
And you can already tell that UC Davis is calling sets, but
yep.
Once it gets into Turner's hands, it's anyone's ball game.
Correct.
It's just pick up basketball at that point.
Yep.
Christensen at the high post, backdoor Narrow. Offensive rebound, Muse, who almost tipped it in with an outstretched arm.
Oh, so close right there. Great backdoor cut by Narrow. But, I mean, dime move, nickel finish. You got to make those layups on those plays right there.
Quick fire three. Sable's got her third of the night.
She was out there shooting that one. If she's going to shoot it, let her. But now she made it, and I got to go out there and guard her now.
The Penn State transfer from a couple seasons ago has really come on this season. Inside to Christensen. Back out Pasco. Flare screen into the corner for Base. Base, little mid-range for Muse, who knocks it in.
That was a great look right there. Great screen right there. It was funny. During the summer, Abby ever talked, she said, I want to hit that mid-range shot more now because when they drive, I'll be open. And that's what she did. Perfect shot, elbow, jump shot right there by Abby.
And for the most part, Abby Muse hasn't necessarily made those at a high clip, so defenses are going to let her shoot that from really outside of 10 feet. Sable knocks in another.
Sable's hitting that jump shot now. Now you have to guard her. You got to get closer to her. You cannot give her those open jump shots. She's just going to fire, so you got to be less than an arm length away against her now. But back to Abby, like you said, those mid-range jump shots. If you hit those, they have to guard you.
Exactly like that. That is that double team onto the guard, and then a little short roll to a mini pick and pop, if you will.
Love it. You got to just follow her. You pop up, find the open spot, and they will find you, especially when your defender comes and helps out too.
Sable and Turner responsible for 19 of the 24 Aggie points. A block on the perimeter by Muse.
I mean, put Abby, who's 6'4", out there guarding Sable, always helps you too.
And they go right back into her on the offensive end. Gets around.
Yeah.
No, they're going to call a hook on Abby Muse. Got that elbow around on the back of Sable, and they're going to call an offensive.
I mean, it was a great move. They're going to call that hook right there. Even though it looks like under control, a lot of times you see the person fall like that, it looks like they threw her to the ground. But it's a good, strong move by Abby. You're not mad about a foul like that at all.
And with that last assist that we were talking so lovely about, Mary Kay Nero, 4 assists in every game this season so far, and we're still in the first half of this one.
She's a true point guard that gets everyone going, which is always nice to see.
2 seconds separate the shot and game clock. Inside to Sable, guarded by Muse. Wow, tough angle, and Sable able to drop it. 2 seconds. Mary Kay Nero's got a launch. Got it there, but just off kilter. 29-26. What was a 14-0 lead for Boise State has dwindled to just a 3-point lead going into halftime. We'll be back to go over all these first half stats and break it down for you in just a little bit. A 29-26 lead at halftime here in ExtraMile Arena. Boise State leads UC Davis. Taylor Lundquist and Garrett Tunn with you. Garrett, I mean, it was bread and butter for Boise State from the beginning. They got out to a 14-0 lead on the backs of all these offensive rebounds. They have 6 in the half, but walk me through the rest of what you see.
First off, if we're playing baseball right now, great batting averages right now, but not for basketball right now. The 3-point shots has been helping the Davis Law getting back in this game early on right now. But the key is here, 62.5% free throw to 0. They didn't even take 1 free throw this entire half at all, the Aggies, which means they got to learn to get to the line. Boise State's getting to the line. They just got to make them and capitalize on them. Even though it's 5 for 8, but they still got to make more. Rebounds. That's been the key for the Broncos for this game today right now. They are controlling the paint. They're controlling the inside part of the game. They're up 9, and they're going to keep probably controlling the rest of the game because of the rebounding prowess that Gordy has puts in. Turnovers. 11-9 right now. The key has been we've had 11 points off turn for the Broncos to the 8 by the Aggies. Aggies are very good at causing turnovers, which they're doing right now to the Broncos. Broncos have been struggling the past few games, averaging almost close to 18 turnovers per game. So now you got to figure this out. What can we do to cut back the turnovers leading to the second half? The biggest change was the first media timeout in the first quarter by the Aggies. They changed defensively, a little more aggressive. They're doubling the post now as well. So you've got to figure out ball movement, right shots, and the biggest thing, staying under control offensively right now.
The Broncos lead by 3. We'll be back with more. In ExtraMile Arena, the Broncos lead 29-26 over the UC Davis Aggies. And the only reason that UC Davis is really in this game is because of Tova Sable. She's got 14 on the night, 4 from 6 from beyond the arc. Garrett, how's she been able to do it?
Sable's just been doing it by just getting open looks and really not being afraid to shoot right now. She's just finding open shots right now. The thing is, what the Broncos need to do now is she's hitting these shots. You got to guard her closer now. You basically have to know where she is at the court at all times. She has the hot hand. When you got the hot hand, you give it back to them always. So that's what Broncos need to keep an eye where she's at the court at all times right now.
And it's really tough to guard someone like Sable because she'll shoot from like a weird footing. She'll have her left foot in front of the other and just kind of turn and face and throw one up.
I think she's from Scandinavia. She's from Scandinavia. I think Denmark, I believe. Maybe it's what they teach in Denmark. So
I guess it is. Natalie Pascal on the other side is certainly the top shooter for the Broncos. Once again, she is hitting from deep. She's 2 for 4 from the perimeter.
Pascal's being Pascal right now. She's hitting open shots, getting good looks right now. What they got to do now is figure out maybe a couple packages where she can get going, get easier shots. She's hit 2 threes on top of the keys. 1 by an offensive rebound, 1's by a set play right here. Abby with the offensive rebound right there for Pascal. Similar to what we have to do with Sable. They got to do that for Pascal. Find her and make sure they cannot stop her at all, because if Pascal gets going, it's a great way for the Broncos to win this game.
And we mentioned that in the last game against Rutgers, Abby Muse finally had her first double-double of the season. Yep. She's already got 9 rebounds in the first half, 4 points to that as well.
She needs 1 more rebound to be 3 straight in a row for double-double rebounds right now. She is killing on the board. She is literally dominating the boards on both ends, offensively and defensively right now. What we just got to do now we got to finish around those rim. You're doing great on the rebounds. You're doing great defensively. Finish hitting the shot. But what's nice is she hit that nice 15-foot jump shot, which she says she wants to work on to get better on it. If she keeps hitting that shot, it'll be more respectful to her game, because now everyone has to guard her now hitting that 18-foot jump shot, which is great. But she's doing what she does best, rebounding, protecting the rim. And that's what made Abby one of the best post players in Boise State history right now.
Yeah, she is leading the nation in blocks right now as Abby Muse, and she's got already one tonight. Look at what Boise State has done in the non-conference so far and what is to come as well. They'll go on the road to start December. They'll see Eastern Washington back home for one against Cal State Bakersfield, on the road against the newly Power 5 BYU Cougars, and then they'll finish 3 games at home before conference play. They'll see Rocky Mountain College, UC San Diego, and San Diego. So for Davis on the other side, they've also got a couple really tough contests. I mean, they have not made it easy on themselves in non-conference.
No, you see the one I recognize is Stanford right there. That is a tough matchup.
That's a top 5 team in the country.
That's a national thing with their coach there. Oh my God, that's gonna be a tough matchup for anyone. Doesn't matter where you're at.
Yeah, Davis is doing what a lot of these kind of smaller mid-majors are starting to do in their non-conference scheduling, is they want to have those tough competition games early because, hey, if you hit once, that sets you up for March.
And this is like you kid. Now you got to look about what wins matters in March. You get that win will not hurt you at all. That loss will not hurt you, but that win, oh my God, that's like boom. Everyone will see that, and everyone will be like, that's a way how you move up in the rankings, or maybe come in as an at-large. Most likely a Big West school, Mountain West school is a 1-team bid league. So getting these wins in non-conference are huge because you build those up, you play well, you can probably make a tournament as an at-large, which is rare for at these schools right now.
And they've got a couple great opportunities coming up. Not only would this one tonight be big for UC Davis, but then they'll go to Pullman to see Washington State. They've got St. Mary's, and then, of course, that game against Stanford. I want to get back to what Boise State has been able to do on the defensive glass, because we've talked a lot about those offensive rebounds, creating second chance opportunities, but really those defensive rebounds has kept UC Davis just that little bit away. UC Davis doesn't have a single offensive rebound.
And that's been key. You got to give credit to Abby with controlling them, but not only Abby, the entire team right there. Not giving them second chance points is what's helping the Broncos stay the lead right now. They got to keep that up. If they keep trying to do second half, if they start giving up second half points chances, watch out for the Aggies. That's what I will say.
20 more minutes of play. Boise State looking to be 5-0 in Extra Mile for the 10th time in program history. 29-26. We'll be back. Well, UC Davis is led by what many will consider a legendary Aggie, Jennifer Gross, in her 13th season as the head coach, a 5-time Big West Coach of the Year, coaching at her alma mater. She was the associate head coach for 5 years prior. She has been here and been an Aggie for almost her entire life. Unbelievable what she has been able to do with this program.
What's great about that is called continuity right there. In any program, you want someone who's going to be there a long time, who's built the culture, built the program, which she has. She's been to the postseason 5 times, 3 WNITs, 2 NCAA appearances. In that career, that's amazing. You always want to see that type of continuity in any level, at any program at your NNH. So kudos to Coach Gross right there.
In the midst of a 10-year contract, the longest that any UC Davis head coach has ever signed.
That's called trust. The administration trusts her. You always want that on the administration side. So you know who brings in good players, good program, high APR score. That's what you look for.
Well, the original starting 5 for both sides. Tova Sable has been the offensive outpourer so far for UC Davis. Norris, with those 2 fouls, exited most of the first half, but she is back in, as well as Harris. Norris, top of the key, fires over the outstretched arm of Muse and hits to tie the game at 29.
So watch out where Sable is right there. Nabby went to go double there. Just so Norris hit a good shot as they kick back to the person who doubled.
That is the first bucket of the game for Norris. Now inside hole, working on Sable. Drop step and puts up the good layup.
Being a post player, I love that move. 2 dribbles to the baseline, then drop step in to get that nice little left-handed hook on the sideline right there.
Norris on the high post elbow. Sable driving, poked away from behind by Pasco. If you're going to get beat, that's as good as you can do.
Yeah, Pasco got beat with that quick first step by Sable right there and was able to knock it out. Mary Kay was on the way to help out too, but it was almost a little late help right there. Here's a hole right here, just with a pretty little drop step, the left-handed finish right there. You got to love that as a big coach at all.
Into the corner, Harris. Harris driving towards the middle. Got a step, but shortchanged yourself on the layup attempt.
Hole just made it tough for her, which all you want to do once you get beat.
Hansen a little too quick-footed in the corner. Another travel.
You see a lot of traveling calls in college is when the player gets it, they look under the cone, they just quickly shuffle their feet. Men's and women's level, that always happens. A common travel call you see. So anyone, listen, always start with that foot, keep your pivot foot down, step, then dribble.
Burns to Norris up at the top. Trying to get it to Turner. Stolen away by Narrow, and it was a foul on Norris. Norris picks up her third personal foul early in this second half.
Great steal right there by Mary Kay right there. You just saw the hand of the corner, just kept coming, poked it out. Honestly, it's a good foul by Norris right there. You make them now, everyone sets up. Yes, it's your third, but you know what? You prevented an easy layup right there. So that's an okay foul.
Already a foul underneath on Lena Svanholm, who just checked in for Norris.
Saw her just do that nice little forehand in the back right there. I mean, you can't throw it a little too aggressive. You can throw it in there, but not too aggressive.
Baseline out of bounds as it looks like UC Davis has gone into a zone defense here. Pasco in the corner. Wanted it. Pump fake. Show it. And Hull, a good job at least to contest the rebound from Svanholm.
Oh, just in and out right. That's a tough break right there.
Sable. Thought she got fouled. Airballed. Saved by Harris.
Great job by Harris. Just hustling to get the ball, to keep the ball alive right there.
5 seconds on the shot clock. Turner goes and gets it. She wants it. Step back from 30 feet. And didn't get the rim. That's a shot clock violation.
Great defense right there by the Broncos. Yes, they gave up their first offensive rebound the entire game. But thing is, they kept battling and made a tough shot right there to cause the shot clock violation right there.
Looking inside to Muse. Muse, quick drop step, no good with the left. Turner pushing, kickback, Burns, left wing, 3-ball. Long rebound, Burns. Goes at Hansen, and a block is called on Maya Hansen.
I was always taught, long shot, long rebound. You got to, even though it's going to be long, you still got to put your body on somewhere.
Including the shooter.
Yes,
got a
always.
boxed out shooter.
You're always taught to follow your shot. And luckily the ball just came right back to Harris right there.
Harris, dribble handoff, Burns in the corner, working on Hull, got a step on her, weaves through the defense, and a little lay.
You got the switch right there. Hull has to be a little bit better. Maybe give her a little more room because that's an easy turnaround on that switch.
Pasco, transition 3 is butter.
Smooth as butter right there.
34-31, Broncos out on top. Certainly did not think this game would be as tense and tight as it is now after a 14-0 lead. Svanholm called with another offensive foul.
That's been the officials have called about 4 moving screens today in the game right now. That means they're watching him cover. So that means you've got to stay balanced and keep your feet planted as you set the screen. You just can't move at all, even if you're rolling to the basket.
Pasco, corner. Rebound Harris. Turner will run the break. Turner driving on Muse, blocked by Abby Muse.
I mean, that's a tough matchup right there. Abby, Gabby, Turner there. But you know, she's used her length, stayed on her the entire time. Thing is, it's nice when Turner just shows you the ball and you just say, okay, I'll take it away from you. So great defense right there by Abby.
You're going to have to hide the ball a lot better than that if you're going up against Abby Muse, who is the leader in blocks in Bronco history and likely to be untouched for the rest of history.
And like you said, also leads the nation in block shots per game too.
Tipped out by Narrow, 15 on the shot clock for UC Davis with another inbounds play.
Which is, it's nice seeing the Broncos, even early again, they're keeping their hands up, causing a lot of deflections right now. They got to keep that up, and because a lot of those deflections will go their way.
Baker working on Burns, gets past. Had to hesitate, tipped out from Lalott to Narrow. Narrow driving, dicing, Pasco, corner pocket. Offensive rebound, Lalott going over the shoulder of Burns, a tie-up, and possession stays with Boise State.
Muse caused the missed shot right there on that shot, but right there, Mary Kay, great rebound, ran the court, drive, saw Pasco in the corner, just not the good look. Just we got to make those shots.
Lalott misses the little shot put attempt from about 5 feet. Another offensive foul. Illegal screen, this time Fitzgerald.
That's 5 right now.
Yeah, you just see Fitzgerald's feet stop moving for about half a second. It's emphasized based on the slow-mo.
Yep.
So it looks like it's set for a lot longer, but in real-time speed, she never really set her feet.
No, that's 5 this game, so you got to now know to keep your balance.
Telegraphing the pass was Bays, knocked away by Baker. Good pass inside, Burns to Harris.
Oh, Burns saw the court the entire way, and Harris just ran to the middle of the floor. Great job by the Aggies right there to run that fast break.
Inside, Lalott, drop step, lefty, you bet. Can't stop it. You just can't.
No, you can't. The thing is, that was a transition after a made bucket for us. Easy basket. Those are very hard to do. Come on, that was great. Just going inside and get an easy bucket right there.
It's a rim run followed by deep position and a quick drop step. Blocked on the perimeter by Muse. Her 3rd block of the game. Bays over the top. Muse wants to go out to Pasco, finds Lalott. Into the corner, Narrow. Drives. Jump stops. Kicks back Bays. Too much space for Pasco. Misfires left. And Harris comes down with a rebound. Turner, quick fire, no good. Muse, another rebound. Still searching for more is Abby Muse. She has 11 rebounds tonight.
Just still doing it, killing it, and just controlling the paint she is doing, which she's done all of her career at Boise State.
Inside, Muse working on Fitzgerald. Drop step, back to the left. Feed the beast.
Pretty move right there. Same thing that Hole did early. 2 dribbles to the middle, drop step back with that left-handed hook shot. Pretty move. You love that so much.
Over the top, great cut by Burns and the find by Baker.
A little backdoor cut right there.
Muse at the elbow, inside Lalott, another drop step and another bucket. You're starting to see him go back to it every single time down the floor.
They have learned that they cannot stop any of our bigs down there, so keep attacking them. I mean, they're going to probably start doubling again very soon, which turns back to finding the open guard, someone's attacking or someone open on the spacing now.
40-35, the lead for the Broncos. 3:40 left in the 3rd quarter. Baker over the top to Fitzgerald, 5 on the shot clock, and she traveled again. That's the 16th turnover by UC Davis, but the bread and butter by Elodie Lalott. Well, a big reason this game was close at halftime was Tova Sable's 14 points at half when she averages just over 15 per game, but has been held scoreless so far to start this second half.
We mentioned in the halftime that they got to know where she's at all times and what they're doing. She said 4-3 so far, which is tied her season high so far this season. She's going to keep looking to shoot. Shoot or shoot. Always shoot or shoot.
They're going to get Victoria Baker with a little too much pressure. That's the 5th team foul on the Aggies in this quarter. So for the next 3:30, Boise State will be at the line with every whistle.
So when you're in the bonus, and this is one of my biggest pet peeves watching basketball, is attack the basket. They sometimes get away from not attacking basket. Get to the basket, get to the free throw. That's how you get the easy money. That's how you kick the leads. That's how you extend leads as well. So right now, the Broncos are smart. You go to the rim and attack the rim to get to the free throw line.
Especially when you have someone attacking and drawing fouls like Maya Hansen, who looks so good from the free throw line as she goes 2 for 2 on that trip.
Absolutely.
Extends the lead to 7. Sable trying to get back into the action. Svanholm misses the mark. Inside Lalott. Drop step again. And I don't know if she was trying to pass that to Christensen cross key, but it was a foul nonetheless. And I believe they're going to get Campbell Gray on that little dig down. They are indeed.
Yep, Campbell just came in. She thought she got a ball, but anytime she could tell on the replay, you got the wrist right there. It's an automatic call right there. But thing is, like we said, attack the rim, and they're going to the free throw line right now. Season high so far is 10 points this season for Willard as well.
Well, yeah, it looks like in the first quarter, they came into the game, they said we want to establish a presence inside. First quarter, there were a lot of post-ups, but they didn't really feed the post as much as they should have. And then come that second quarter, and especially now here in the third, they're really starting to get it inside.
Yeah, so they were going inside, but they weren't finishing. They're finishing now. And that's always huge. As soon as you can attack, own it, but you got to finish around the rim as well. That's always huge.
Baker drives right at Bays. Can't get it to fall, but a foul will draw 2 shots for Baker.
That's a good take by Baker right there. Attack Bays right there. Saw her completely off balance and was able to get the foul.
Yeah, it's a good little read by her. She denied that little dribble handoff, kind of faked it for a moment, caught Danny Bays sleeping, and had that half step. The first free throw attempt of the game for UC Davis.
And still 0%.
Yes. That's some tough math.
It's really hard math. Now 50%.
Two high ball screens for Nero. Still driving. Can't get it to fall. Lalott, the offensive board. She's fouled.
Great take by Mary Kay Nero right there. Just going strong to the rim. Didn't get the foul, but great take. But Lalott was right there to clean up and get the foul right there. Lalott just getting the ball. No one around her. That's terrible box out by the Aggies. Aggies need to go put a body on someone if they want to prevent us getting control on the offensive rebound, which we've been doing.
And once again, it was a little reach in by Campbell Gray that drew the foul. Not going to comment on the last free throw attempt.
She hit net at least.
Well, at least she was smiling after it and knocks in the second with a little shake of the head.
And she hit net again, but this time in.
Yes. 44-36, the lead for the Broncos. Have not seen zone from them yet in this second half. Good find. Sable into the short corner and hits the mid-range.
That was pretty. That was pretty right there. Ball movement, finding the open person. That was great ball movement there by the Aggies.
Bays comes off a curl at the top of the key. Corner, Narrow, inside Christensen. Doubled. Baker is once again the recipient of a foul.
Yeah, I mean, great double by Baker coming in strong right there. Got the ball, able to tie her up. But you could tell Alyssa just kept pulling her away, and as you keep pulling her away, you're going to get the arms. And the ref right there was able to see the ball, see her all over the arms.
And while at the end of that replay, you saw Baker come away with the ball, it was before the contact on the arm that drew the foul. Alyssa Christensen, a great shooter at 6'3", knocks in the first of 2 free throws. Natalie Pasco, you saw, just checked back into the game for Boise State.
Since they've been shooting free throws for the past minute and a half right now, that's 6 free throws attempts right now, getting to the line in the double bonus, which is huge.
And I was always told you want to make more free throws than the other team has attempt. Right now, Boise State is 11 for 16 from the free throw line. UC Davis just 1 for 2.
That just tells you how more aggressive we've been trying to get to the line compared to the Aggies.
Up top to Baker, trying to post up Svanholm. Maya Hansen doing a great job of staying in front. Skip pass to Turner, corner 3 ball, and it's good.
Maya was working right there. Great skip pass right there by the Aggies to find Turner. Watch Turner trying to get going, being down 5 right now.
Turner tried to draw a foul. They're going to call a flop at the next whistle and give her a warning as the official was motioning. Inside the lot, drop step, kicks out to the corner, Narrow. Tries to drive baseline, kicks back a little mid-range from Christensen, which just misses the mark, but ends up in the hands of Lalott. Goes right back up in the bucket. No foul called, another offensive rebound, Narrow. Inside Pascal, her floater finally falls. What a whirlwind.
Hey, great sequence right there. Staying competitive, keeping the ball alive by the Broncos right there. I mean, great pass by Narrow, looking for Alyssa. and just a lot staying there to battle and get the offensive rebound and finding Pascal right there for an easy little floater right there.
And with all the free throws, that was the first field goal made for Boise State in the last 3 minutes. Left wing, Sable driving, lost the handle. Trying to rip it away, tie up again. Possession arrow stays with UC Davis, and the shot clock will be at just 5 as Epps and Burns will check in for the Aggies. And for the first time today, we'll see Lindsay Lavrovich check in for Boise State. So a little quick hitter for this baseline out of bounds. You're seeing the official go over to the scorer's table, and they're going to give the warning for a flop to Evan Turner.
So in men's basketball, the flop is called. You usually get one shot. In women's basketball, you do not have that. There's just a warning right there. But next time she does a flop, it'll be a shot for the Broncos.
Blocked by Christensen. That is the second three-point attempt from UC Davis that was blocked by a Bronco, and now Maya Hansen will dribble it out. About an 8-second difference between shot and game clock, and whittle this one down pretty low. Lavrovich on the left wing goes to Pasco up at the top. Hansen looking for Christensen. Lavrovich, 6 seconds. Corner for Pasco, driving baseline. Kick back, 1 second. No one able to end up with it. And with 8.2, UC Davis will have a chance to get the last shot off.
Great defense right there by the Aggies. I thought Pasco should have shot that, came in driving, should have shot that about like 10-footer right there with the shot clock running down to give the chance to get another chance to get maybe offensive rebound to put back up.
Burns driving, getting to the hole, blocked from behind, but no, a foul called on Maya Hansen.
Yeah. Great take right there by the Aggies. Burns just went by, and Maya just put her hand right over it. It's an easy call right there for any official.
Boy, I really thought Hansen might have been able to come back from behind and over the top.
If she got that's a tough play by anyone to do.
Well, Burns did a great job of using her body to shield off Hansen. Knocks in the first free throw. Trying to bring this lead to just 5. Can't do it. Lavrovich the rebound. She'll just hold on to it and let this one go. As we head to the fourth quarter.
Right here, rebound right here by Mary Kay. Just seen it. Pasco drive, got the easy little 6-footer right there.
Well, Boise State leads by 6, 48-42, the lead for the Broncos. Our crew behind the scenes, Jonathan Palmer, Taylor Little, Caleb Howard, Tyler Hawk, Dom Sheldon, Pete Clark, Michael Larkin, Cole Erickson, and Daniel Saline. Everyone helping us out. I'm Taylor Lundquist, and that's Garrett Tunn. We're having a blast down here courtside in ExtraMile Arena.
Oh, who is it? This is a great basketball game. 6-point game right now heading to the fourth quarter. Gotta love these type of games right now.
And UC Davis, they don't want anyone to think that they're going away. And that was Norris from the corner who misfires. Maya Hansen comes down the other direction. Pasco leading this Broncos offense with 13 points. Her 7th straight game in double figures. Hansen wants in on the action. She hits another from deep.
That's a big shot to start the fourth quarter right there. Put them a 9-point lead. You got to keep those shots up going right there. Maya with a good look.
Norris going inside. Good hands by Muse. Ends up with Hansen. Runs the break. Finds Lavrovich. Kicks back Hansen. Lines up another one. Offensive rebound. Abby Muse pulls down her 12th rebound of the game. Pasco looking inside the hole. Kicks over. Lavrovich. Left wing 3 ball. You betcha!
Gotta love that coming off the bench at the end of the third quarter, staying in and hitting the open 3 right there to give them a 12-point lead. And with timeout right now by the Aggies.
Gig Harbor's finest, Lindsay Lavrovich, lines one up, but not before Maya Hansen does the same. Boise State up 12. Boise State leads 54-42 thanks to the back of Maya Hansen, who has been leading the way. And all the talk in the offseason was, can this freshman class mature and hold a team pretty much not on their own, but really be the core of it, and Maya Hansen is really stepping into that role.
You can definitely see that right now. Last year they had some growth from being all freshmen. this year, and you can tell by the way the season's going, they're winning these close games because of maturity. They're growing. They know what to do. They're making the smart decisions.
Turner just hit that dribble pull-up over Abby Muse. Garrett, you were telling me in this last media break, well, hold on just a second. Oh, goodness.
Which helps what we're about talking about.
I was just about to say, we were just talking about these next 3.5 minutes before the next media timeout. These are essential.
These are essential. You have a 13-point lead right now with about 7 minutes to go. You got to play this in quarters down the fourth quarter. You got to be up in the media timeout. You got to keep this lead. Oh, what a block right there by Lindsay. You got to love it.
That's how you earn yourself a few more minutes. Maya Hansen goes inside to Abby Muse to the left hand. Little baby hook, no good. Foul by Norris. That will be her 4th personal foul. Norris has only played 10 minutes this game. She's got 3 points. She came into it leading this team with over 7.5 rebounds per game. She's got none.
It's due to our post players. They're making her work. They're making her shoot tough shots and making her work defensively. That's how they got the 4 fouls. She does have some fouls off moving screens, which you got to work on. But thing is, they're making her work. Fall. Apparently, I couldn't help.
Number 25 is the first number that you see when you look at the scouting report for this team. Just because she can do so much, she can stretch the floor, working on her 3-ball, and just such a hard worker as they go over the top to her on that rim run, and that's exactly the hard work paying off. She's finally at 5 and gets the foul.
When a big runs the floor, you're giving the ball. Give her the ball. And Norris ran the floor hard, got the easy layup right there. That's terrible transition defense back by the Broncos. Even after a missed free throw, you got to get back and be penetration right there. So we got 2.5 minutes till the 5-minute mark. We're up 11 right now. You need to win these next 2.5 minutes. You got to keep this up a double-digit lead. You got to figure out a way to take the life out of the Aggies and not give them back life right now. But now at the 10-point lead.
And you know that Norris is playing defense on 4 fouls. You might as well try to go inside on her as well.
Absolutely. Interesting they're leaving her in right now. But, Coach Gross trusts her and not picking up her 5th foul.
Epps tipped it away. Hansen just telegraphed that pass to Pasco. And with that, Mary Kay Nero will check in. Great minutes that Lindsay Lavrovich just provided. Elodie Lalott will come in for Trista Hull as well.
Lindsay played great. With the short amount of minutes she had, she made big rebound right there, a huge 3 right there, and just played all around great basketball for the minutes. When you come in, you give it all you have. Even if you play 1 minute to 40 minutes, you give it all, and that's what she did tonight.
Pasco up on the top, finds Nero, looking inside for Muse. Muse going to that drop step again. Offensive foul through the elbow. And have to say I agree with that one as well.
I do. I think they could have called a foul earlier right there. As you can tell, Sable has 2 hands on it, which should be an automatic, but once you throw that elbow, they're going to overrule that with the elbow call.
Epps inside. Sable unable to get it to go. Gets the offensive rebound. Kicks it out Norris. Right wing 3. Rebound by Maya Hansen, who skies high and brings it down.
That was a great rebound right there by Maya. Very aggressive getting that board.
Nero finds Hansen. Looking for Pasco in the corner. Goes to the lot. Nero 1-on-1. Not getting a whole lot of penetration against this Aggies defense at the moment. Pasco has a mismatch on Norris. We'll see if she can use it. Double teamed. Epps with the steal.
You were down under shot clock, and I hate to say this, but the bench did not count down the shot clock. The bench needed to count down the shot clock so they're aware of it, because Natalie was unaware that there was under 3 seconds left on the shot clock.
6 minutes to go. UC Davis trailing by 10. Turner inside. Sable wants the drop step. Goes with the left hand. Can't go. Muse, her 13th rebound.
Right now, you haven't got a good shot yet. If you're the Broncos right now, you want to figure out, just get a good look right now. Open look to get some points right there on the board.
Inside, Lalott, another easy one. She now leads the way for the Broncos with 14.
And that's an open look right there for Lalott.
And that's also a post-up on Norris, who knows that she can't afford another foul.
No, you keep going right at Norris. If Lalott is guarding Norris, you keep going right at her.
Great front by Nero. Gets the steal and then decides to circle it back and take her time.
got a 12-point lead right now. Doesn't hurt to kill some clock.
Pasco, left wide open. Got another! Lalott and Pasco taking turns, one-upping each other in the scoring column. Harris in the corner. Misfires. Hansen, another defensive rebound. Pasco leaking out the other direction. Puts it up and in. Pasco's got 18.
Oh, great right there. Great rebound by Maya. Able to see someone, then Pasco running the floor hard. And we got the timeout here by the Aggies.
And that's maybe the most animated you'll see Coach Gordy Presnell. He's out at half court. Broncos are up big. A 17-point lead for Boise State. This is what you expected from the first quarter that we saw. It was Boise State off to a 14-0 start. UC Davis brought it all the way back. We're trailing by 3 at the half, and then Boise State 5 for their last 5 from the field and on a 7-0 run.
They're doing it from an inside-out game, working the ball inside and finding the open threes as well. And a lot with a great steal right there.
I mean, how about the post defense as well? I mean, they have really stepped it up in the second half.
I love the post players. I'm in heaven right now. I love how they're playing.
And Gordy Presnell is animated. You will not see him stand for more than a couple minutes at a time most games, but he is up, and this team is rallying behind his animation.
Just his leadership right there. Gordy's always very subtle, keeps a very calm demeanor, which you always want to copy as a coach. You don't want to, as a player, you write off the coach's emotions a lot of times, and he's just saying very calm, cool, collected.
Left wing Pasco, inside Lalott, working on Norris again. Can't get that one to trickle in. Rebound by Shine. Deep outlet pass to Epps. Okay, now into a half-court set. Go the Aggies. Another rebound by Muse. Just continues to rack it up.
Yeah, Coach Gross saw the urgency, how they were just sitting there. Oh, what a great backdoor screen by Abby right there.
Baker is still down. Another corner 3 from Pasco. Her 5th from beyond. She's got 21. Yeah, Victoria Pat Baker is still down. It was a really hard screen by Abby Muse, but no one really said anything.
No, they didn't.
Baker. They didn't communicate it.
No, absolutely not. When you see, if you're the big guarding person in that screen at half court, you have to yell something to your teammates the way, because that is literally a blind shot running to, honestly, like a brick wall. You got to be talkative when those screens come so they can avoid it. Or you'll have, like, I mean, it sucks that Baker's not, like, feeling it right now after getting hit hard by Abby right there. But, I mean, I'm sorry. It's a team game. Your teammates need to communicate more as well. Right here, just Abby just sitting there. So whoever, I think it was whoever's guarding was Abby. You got to say something. You can't be quiet right there. And I think Coach Gross will mention that to them when they watch film the next day.
Wing 3 ball from Turner finally hits. Turner's up to 15 and her season average. And here comes the pressure from the Aggies. Dangerous pass finds Pasco. Double team now just past half court and threw it directly to Epps. Turner, bounce pass. Gets the tough bucket to go. And the Aggies don't want this to just whittle away. They're not going anywhere.
No, you can see the urgency right now. Coach Gross is right there telling them to press more. Last year, the press bothered the Broncos a little bit too. So this handling the press will easily take care of them today.
Hansen guarded tightly by Turner. Trying to rip through her. Gets around her finally. Goes baseline. Kicks to narrow. Corner pocket. Bottoms.
That is huge for Mary Kay right there. If Mary Kay can hit the open shots like that, she's just going to elevate her game. So that's a huge shot for her, probably for her confidence.
Turner, a quick fire. Can't answer. Rebound by Muse. She's got 15 rebounds. And MK Narrow has always been a good shooter, but a reluctant shooter. She's got 5 points, but in the other column where she makes her money, she's got 8 assists.
That's what I was about to say. She is a true point guard. She doesn't need to score. She makes everyone else better because she gives the ball to everyone else.
Once again, driving baseline, reverse, no good. Tipped out, last touched by Lalott. As Norris hit the floor, they'll have a couple subs. Will UC Davis, they'll bring in Campbell Gray and Lena Svanholm.
mean, back to Mary Kay real quick, hitting that for three and being like, she is a point guard player right there. She gets everyone involved with the play. She runs the offense. Gordy trusts Mary Kay to run the offense. As a senior, that's a senior leadership right there that you can put the ball in her hand and she's going to make the right call.
And in talking to this coaching staff before the season even started, we were asking about Maya Hansen and this sophomore group, and he said, I wouldn't want Maya Hansen to learn under anyone else but Mary Kay.
Absolutely. Mary Kay is that person you want to learn from as a younger player.
Narrow looking inside. Muse with a mismatch. Goes around. Can't get it to fall.
It was a great look right there. It's fine. Hey, you got a minute left to go. You got an 18-point lead. You just want to get good looks and kill time. The clock is your friend right now. Just make sure you get the good looks.
Harris on a dribble handoff. Puts it up. Fouled by Lalott.
Yeah, that's tough right there with the dribble handoff with Lalott coming down. And Harris is just coming down and just full speed. That's such a tough guard for any post player to guard someone on that ball dribble handoff.
And Boise State will all but empty the bench. I think they know that Abby Muse needs one more block for 200 career blocks. She stays in the game. Sydney McQuieter, Lindsay Lavrovich, and Jada Clark all check in for Boise State. And Harris misses the front edge. I want to make this one note. I was absolutely baffled when I found this. Boise State coming into tonight was shooting over 40% from the three-point line as a team. That was the first time they were shooting over 39% from three since 1989.
I was born that year, too. So that was a while ago. And you know what they're shooting tonight? 52.4%.
You bet. 11 for 21 from the field. Simply unconscious were the Broncos tonight. Caitlin Burgess also checks in, as well as Allie Heckman, to round out the Benergy squad on the floor for Boise State. Burgess. And just through the hands of McQuieter.
Okay.
What looked like, well, I won't say it was supposed to be hard fought, because it absolutely was hard fought. And Boise State just showed a lot of perseverance and a lot of great execution down the stretch. You can always make the right calls, but it comes down to execution.
Yeah, the score doesn't tell you how close this game was. This game was close throughout. Broncos had a nice stretch. The 7-0 run right around the fourth quarter that really extended the lead was the big difference being able to start. That was the biggest thing in the fourth quarter, which caused where we're at right now.
Lavrovich finds the safety valve in McQuieter, and with 8 seconds left, Clark will now just dribble this one out at the half-court line. 70-53, Boise State wins, and for Gordy Presnell, his 200th win in ExtraMile Arena. What an unbelievable career.
Gordy went the extra mile to get that 200th win right there.
He really did. He broke out just about everything. Really, really impressive. And this is a varied team. You know, there are a lot of great veteran leaders on this team, but there's also a lot of young, maturing athletes in this sophomore class that has really showed out.
You can just say the balance of this team with the young, with the veteran players, has been huge. And he showed tonight with the veteran play and the youngsters with the 4 sophomores we had that play. Magnificent tonight. This was a team win. Everyone played well to make it happen.
Unbelievable showing offensively in the second half for Boise State. Leading the way was Natalie Pasco with 21 points. Elodie Lalott behind her with 14. We'll get a chance to talk to her in just a moment. Maya Hansen had 11. Abby Muse with 6. Mary Kay Narrow with 5. And overall, just really good offensive work by the Broncos to win by 17. We'll welcome in Elodie Lalott here. Elodie, first off, great win, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
You had 22 points against UC Davis last year.
Yeah.
You've had 14 again tonight. It feels like you just have their number.
Yeah.
What was your game plan going into tonight?
I mean, just dominant inside. I think last season that's what we did against them. and we just wanted to take it back to them, and then we just wanted to have a good post presence. I think this is the first game this season where we've had a good post presence, so that was our plan today.
Well, Lodi, I mean, post player here, I love playing the post. I love how you were playing. I just noticed, like, you just controlled the post. You and Abby did. So what you could say was leading up to this game, that just determination to win, especially after the playing against Rutgers and Seneca going to 1. What was the mindset for that?
I mean, again, Sower before the game was like, I want every single one of post to participate and just help out the guards. The guards are shooting well, and we just needed to expand the game a little bit. So us having a good post presence opened up for the guards, which we're shooting really good at the three-point line. So.
But with that too, offensive rebound I think was key for you guys. Say you and Abby were just cleaning up everything down there. Go on to about your mindset about the offensive rebound day today.
Same thing, crashing the boards. I mean, Abby is a great rebounder. And then Trista and I and Alyssa also want to help out. Same thing. I mean, just crushing the boards, just being a good post presence. So.
Yeah, Garrett and I were talking all throughout this game about the depth that this team has. You've started many games. You came off the bench tonight. What can you say about the selflessness of this whole team?
I mean, it's just we're all one team. So coming off the bench, starting, we're all there for each other. And then even if starting off the bench, you just want to I don't even know how to say it, just like starting good off the bat and just creating a good presence off the bench. So I don't even know if that made sense. It made sense in my head. So.
We got you. You can do just about anything so long as you've got the energy.
Yeah.
Well, Elodie, thank you for joining us and a great win.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll get a chance to talk to Abby Muse here in just a second, the all-time blocks leader for the Boise State Broncos, and only adding to her numbers. Once again, Abby Muse, 3 blocks tonight. Still one away. Still one away from that 200 number. We're waiting for it.
Really?
Yep.
One away from 200
idea.
career blocks. Abby, thanks for joining us. Good win. First quarter got out to a really good start, and then UC Davis kind of started to come back in that second quarter. What was that halftime talk like to turn things around?
We just talked about how they had some players hitting shots in our eyes. We had our hands down, so just adjusting our defense and getting the ball back to our basket and essentially playing our basketball like we were in that first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Abby, you guys almost won by 20 on the board today. Huge. I mean,
awesome.
Elodie talked about you had 15 rebounds today. I think the last 4 games, you're averaging almost like 13, 14 rebounds a game. What's been the mindset lately? Just crashing the boards hard and helping the team out.
I just know that that's my role, and that's what my team requires of me, and that's just something that I excel at. And so in order for us to win, we need to get boards, and that's something I can do for our team. So that's just my mentality.
Okay, now what's harder, reorganizing keys that we had to do or doing this?
Definitely the keys.
All right, right answer right there.
So you as a team held UC Davis to just 4 offensive rebounds.
Sweet.
What was the defensive mindset coming into tonight?
We just know that defense translates to offense, especially when we can get a quick board and transition. So I think that just really fueled us in getting those defensive boards so we can go and we can score.
Yeah, I mean, Abby, 3 blocks tonight. I think one of the big one was the 3-point block you did on Sable. Like, Sable, someone who can play inside. How do you guard someone like that who can do both games pretty much?
It definitely was tricky. She's a very good player, but we talk about the stick hand a lot, so just having your arms straight up. Something I didn't do the entire night, but in that play I did. So yeah, again, very, very good player, and she was difficult to guard.
Yep, nice.
Certainly gaining a lot of momentum this team is. You go into the rest of the non-conference schedule. What are you looking forward to?
We're super excited to play BYU. That's coming up next weekend.
Yeah, you can star that one on the
schedule.
schedule.
Yeah, that one's definitely circled. So this was a redemption game. Honestly, the next, now 3, but before this game, it was the next 4 games were redemption games. Just over the years, we had lost to these teams. So we're on our redemption tour right now. So we're pretty excited about that.
Hey, the Redeem team won a gold medal. Maybe Mountain West Championship on the way right here
Yeah.
for this
Never
Redeem
know.
team.
There we go.
That's an early call from Derek Dunn there. That's an early call. Well, Abby, thank you for joining us. Another good win.
Thank you very much.
Nice job, Abby.
All righty. Well, I mean, it was Boise State dominant in that second half. Really, you just look at the 3-point numbers. This is coming into tonight. They were the 8th ranked team in 3-point percentage nationally, and tonight's only going to help.
And they're going to move up in there. They shot 52% from the field today, 42% from the field as well. But I mean, the key rebounding is 42 to 26. Like you said, they only had 4 offensive rebounds the entire game by the day. This was a game control by a key part was the inside presence by the Broncos, and they controlled the paint. They controlled the boards. and they controlled all that aspect. But this team is built inside out with the guards and the post players, and that's how you build a great team. You have great post presence, and you got great shooters, which this team has.
Well, the Broncos go on the road to see Eastern Washington on Sunday. They'll be back home on December 6th to see Cal State Bakersfield. All in all, a huge win for the Broncos. They are 5-0 to start a season at Extra Mile for the 10th time in program history after beating UC Davis 70-53. For everyone in our crew in the truck, that's Garrett Tunn. I'm Tyler Lundquist. We appreciate you spending your night with us, and we'll see you next time.